beautiful spirit. Every time we come in contact with each other, whether it's a convention or something going on in both of our cities or whatnot, it's like it's like we pick up where we left off.
Yeah, we don't miss a
And
beat.
it's with this sister. She's just so warm, and every time you see her, you just want to give her a hug.
Aw, praise be to Allah.
So hopefully, I pray that she brings inspiration on what she's gone through with her business, and that can help anyone, male or female, in starting up their own business. So, Sister Michelle, what can you tell us about yourself? Let our viewers know, a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a wife and a mother who is younger than 45, but a little older than 30. Okay. It's funny, I'm an introvert, but I'm extremely verbal with friends and family. I'm more, I'm pretty quiet though. That's what's so funny. I'm a quiet person, but I love people. I'm a people person at the same time. So yeah, that's me, always trying to just be there for somebody. So I'm just,
yeah, definitely.
That's who I am.
Okay. What made you want to start jewelry? And I know you've expanded out to shirts. So we're going to talk about the jewelry first, and then you can tell us about the shirts and anything else coming along later on. But what made you want to start the business? And the name of your business, please. Give us the name of your business.
Sure. The name of my business is called Jayana's Jewelry and Findings. What really pushed the whole wanting to go ahead and go forward with the business, the pandemic actually, along with everybody else, is what actually pushed me to go ahead and try to just keep going forward. Although I've been making jewelry for many, many years. I started making jewelry when I was expecting my oldest daughter. And I'll give you a little story. It's probably gonna, but what happened, I was expecting her, and there was a lady I worked with years ago. I work for ophthalmologists, so I've been doing that for quite some time too, since 99 actually, selling glasses in the mall. And I saw this beautiful bracelet she had on her wrist, and I said, "Where'd you get that from?" She says, "I made it." What? I was like, "You made that?" She said, "Yeah, I made it." I said, "Well, is it possible I can purchase that from you or one from you?" She says, "No." She said, "I made it for my daughter and her bridesmaids. And she wasn't selling any jewelry." And I said, "Wow." I said, "Okay." So it hurt my little feelings. I went into my corner and cried. No. And so later on that, just before we were leaving work, everybody was wrapping up to leave. And she walked over to me, and she did just like this. And she put the bracelet on my wrist. And she said to me, she says, "That is yours." And from that, I looked at that. I wish I would have pulled it out. It's in my jewelry box, but I looked at the piece of jewelry, and I looked at every piece that was on there, and I literally started ordering what I thought was, on that bracelet. And from that, I just started putting stuff together, playing with it, not knowing what I'm doing, and all of that. And that's just how it's been since 2005.
Okay.
2005. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. She felt led to give it to me. That's beautiful.
That's
a beautiful story.
Thank you.
Well, you kind of answered the next question, was how did you get started? But you did the bracelet. Yeah, go ahead.
It's funny though. I'm gonna tell you a little story. When I was about 6 or 7, might have been like 7. I remember being in art class back then in grade school, and you do some arts and crafts in art class. And I remember the teacher gave everybody beads, and she says, just make something, whatever you come up with. I made a pair of earrings. I made a pair of earrings. They were little bitty wooden beads, and I
I
kind of
remember
strung them
those.
on something and put it together and brought it home. And the first person, I was excited, and my mother's sister, my aunt, was standing there. I'm like, look what I made, look at that. She looked at that and was like, that's ugly.
Oh,
She tore me down. But
oh my goodness. Yeah.
God, Allah, he says, no, it's still in you. It took time for me to like regroup from that. And sometimes we don't realize,
Yeah.
we say to children, it will really, really tarnish how they see. And so
Yeah.
years later, it came back to me. That's why it was so natural when I was expecting my daughter,
Yeah.
looking at that and was able to it just came back to me. All of it came right back.
Yes.
It was self-taught,
Wow.
self-taught. Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Praise be to
Wow.
Allah.
I'm like, oh, she said it was. Oh.
Yes,
Oh.
ma'am.
So what were some of the adversities that you had to overcome in starting your business?
Hmm. Well, I would like to say my biggest adversary is self. Actually,
Yeah.
self, learning how to rebuild that confidence in myself in order to continue forward.
Yes.
Um, we truly get in our own way. The mind is something. We really do. We get in our
Oh,
own way, and we have to fight with self in order to overcome things. And I like to say, just suplex that other thing that's going on. Just get it down, get it out your way. And
man.
we have to, it's a constant fight, but we have to confront it in the face in order to move forward.
Yeah.
So I would just say self, but I'm overcoming, ing, overcoming.
Yeah. Evolution, evolving.
Absolutely.
This I can say that for myself because
Mhm.
this whole thing is not easy.
Yes, ma'am.
Because of myself.
Hmm.
Um, because I like to talk to people,
Hmm.
but to be in front of a camera and look in the camera and not have somebody physically there, it's something that you have to get used to now because of this whole
Yes.
pandemic,
Yes.
because this is the world we're living in right now.
Exactly.
So we have to evolve. That
Yes.
is the word for the day, evolve.
Evolve.
Um,
Thank you. Yes.
evolve, and keep moving, and eventually it'll get better.
Absolutely.
That nervousness, that anxiety, that it's gonna go away.
Hmm.
Just have to
Hmm.
look with it. So
That's so true.
yeah, I
That's so
understand.
true. That's real.
Oh, it really is. It really
Mm.
is. What was your initial response to starting your business? Like
You
families,
know,
friends, a community?
it's interesting that you asked that question, because even when I first initially was more passionate about what it is I was trying to do, and although I was, like I said, self-taught, and a lot of things I probably wasn't doing right, because you have to learn, and as you go through it, you get better over time. No one ever denied me, and I'm thankful to Allah for that. All of my friends and
Wow.
family that I either came to, or they were coming to me, like, Michelle makes jewelry, so let's make sure that we go to her. And
Yes.
I have had the privilege to be able to, yeah, no one has ever said, oh, that was ugly, or you didn't do that right, or nothing. They just let me go. Just let me
Because it
go
was
and let me do
family.
it.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful.
So
That's
yes,
wonderful.
ma'am. Yep.
Yes.
It's a beautiful
Um,
thing.
how do you juggle the business?
You're funny.
That's why I say
No.
juggle. Family life, and working, um, everything, because we have to make sure our home is taken care of, and not
Yes,
just
ma'am.
the house,
Right.
the physical, the mental house,
No,
and
seriously.
then we have to, yeah, the children's mental house, the husband's mental
Exactly.
house.
Exactly.
It's how do you juggle it all?
Juggling is the key word, sister. Hmm. Juggling. You know, that alone is something that we all should be striving for balance.
Yes.
It's something because we have to take the time to um, just map out. You know what I'm saying? Map out time. Um, and then we have to put those things into action. You know, it isn't easy every day. Trying to balance, striving to, you know, maintain being a wife, a mother, and pushing forward for a new business. But at the same time, everybody needs time. And so you have to block out time for yourself first, because you
Yeah.
are, without you, there is nothing. So you have to, you know, literally map out time for self and then find time for everybody else. And, you know, just do what you can. I'm learning more now to take time for myself. Uh, and it's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
I had to learn it. It's okay. And when you do that, it's a healthy thing where you can take the time out, rest, get back up and say, okay, I need to go forward. But you have to know when it's time to stop. And that's the thing. I'm learning that. I'm learning that.
Yes.
So yeah, juggling
I
is the thing. It's the
I
key word.
think that question is always going to be a on the job training, I guess you could say.
Oh
You're
yeah.
always going to be learning. That's something that my feeling is that's something that nobody's ever going to just get it 100%. It's
Mm-hmm.
a learning, evolving thing. Evolving. Here we go again.
There we are. Yes. Yes.
Evolving thing because as the children grow older, their needs change. As
Exactly.
you grow older, your needs change. As the
Exactly.
husband grows older, as your marriage grows older, those
Mm-hmm.
needs change. So, yeah, that I think that is an ever evolving question because nobody is. I'm learning for myself. Nobody's going to have it all together. If they do,
Exactly.
they're lying. They're lying.
Exactly. It's not because the thing is that's life and that's where balance come in at. You
Yes.
know, and sometimes we let go of one thing to start another, but that's not always the best thing. You may not have should not have let that particular thing go. You
Yeah.
have to learn how to balance, and like you said, come on, let's
That's
go,
it.
let's juggle.
Yep. Roll with the punches.
That's it. That's it. Yes,
But
ma'am,
the
for sure.
but the one thing that stood out with me with that answer that you gave me was mark out time for yourself.
You have to.
Because if you're not good to yourself, you're not going to be good to anybody else.
Exactly. Exactly.
And as mothers, we tend to forget to think about ourselves because we want to make sure everybody else is taken care of, and then we'll get to
Hmm.
ourselves later. But
Right.
that later might not
Exactly.
come.
Health, our health is very important, and we have to be very careful with that because it's so delicate. Life is delicate. And as we see now with, you know, the pandemic and everything that's going on, people are losing their lives and loved ones back and forth because life is so delicate. We have to map out that time, sis, for ourselves because
Yeah.
no one is promised tomorrow. So
No,
that's
no,
right.
no. I do have another question that
Please.
is off the grid, I guess you could say. I don't know.
Okay.
If you could go back in time and change anything, what would it
Hmm.
be?
That's funny that you said that. I said that I was talking to my 15-year-old the other day,
Mhm.
and I said, you know, I think that I would go back to my teenage years, to be honest with you. I would go back that far back because it was some things that I did not get, I would
Okay.
say, being the age that I am now. I'm not telling you, being the age, look, we're close, but
Oh.
um, there were some things that I felt I did not get, that I wish that I could go back to pick up and then continue
Yeah.
forward. Now, where I
Yeah.
am now, I'm thankful to Allah for my family, my husband, my
Yes.
children. There's no
Yes.
way possible I would change that. I
Yes.
love my people. But it's just
Yes.
some things that I feel like I missed out on, that I wish I could just pick could have picked up along the way.
Man, I
Yep.
think we all feel that way.
Yep. Yep.
If I would have stayed in them books more.
Seriously, seriously, absolutely, absolutely. But sometimes, depending on our family dynamics and background, we weren't pushed as much as we may have should have been, in regards to study and
Yes.
reading and going forward with education, the
Yes.
way that I'm pushing my children.
Yes.
So if I could go back, sis, I would just to change that stuff. But outside of where I am now, I'm good. I'm
Yes.
happy. I'm great.
But you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
That's right.
Exactly where you're supposed to be.
Exactly.
I want to take a second for everyone out there to hit the like button at the bottom. If you liked what you've already heard and seen, and subscribe, because there will be more coming
That's
to the
right.
channel. Yes, this is an evolving channel, evolution. So if you can do that. And I thank you, and Sister Michelle thanks you.
Yeah.
Take a little break out for that. And distractions. Juggling everything. We get distracted. Something may happen like today.
Yes,
But
yes.
how do you deal with distractions and still try to move forward?
Let's break down the word distraction. Let's break that down a little bit. Okay, so the word distraction, this meaning not,
Yes.
tract in Latin, it means drag or pull.
Yeah.
And shun forms a noun, action, or condition.
Yes.
So to put that together, not making tracks or strides, it happens. It just all depends on when it happens, how we deal with it.
Yes.
Because again, that juggling and distractions and all that stuff, it kind of plays a part. And when we it depends on, like I said, but it also depends on how long or the length of time you allow for that distraction. And so we have to be careful, because especially if we are striving to create businesses, distractions are going to occur. And again, we have to be careful with that, not allowing those things to keep us down for so long, because life happens. And the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, he stated, if you sick, work. If you work.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what it's about.
Yes,
And so, again, they occur, but it just depends on the time we allow it. And we have to move forward with that. If you don't feel good, work. If you're sick, work. If you if you're hungry, work.
Work. Yes,
So,
ma'am.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And if you get thrown off because of the distraction, it's all about how you bounce back. Just keep moving and how you bounce back. Some distractions you have to deal with. Some
exactly
are less important. So you have to figure out how to organize those distractions.
Yes. And what is it called? We have to compartmentalize or decompartmentalize what it is in our brain, what's important. Some things have to be thrown onto the back burner, and deal with other things first. It all depends on, what's important and the things that may affect you right away versus others. So, we just gotta juggle it, gotta figure it out.
Yes. I think I'm liking these interviews, because I'm learning just by talking. There may be ideas that someone may have put out there that I didn't even think of.
Right.
That's why I'm doing it, because I guess I don't want to say I'm being selfish, but to get a take on how other people do things, and maybe I can utilize those in my life.
Absolutely.
And then I know there's somebody that's watching this that can take some tidbits and jewels and stuff and utilize them in their lives as well. Because I know it's not easy. It's not easy having juggling a family, and then self-doubt. That's what we talked about that. So to be able to talk to someone and to have the viewers hear the conversation and be like, okay, so I'm not the only one dealing with this. Okay, so she did
Exactly.
it, then I can do it. So this is
Right.
how she did it. She kept moving forward, you know. So this is all about why I'm doing this.
That's
Because
awesome, sis.
thank you. There's someone
Yes.
out there that may need to hear this, that that'll help them, because you never know what somebody is going through and what they're trying to do. They
Hmm.
may just
Hmm.
need that encouragement just from hearing it. You
Exactly.
know, you
Exactly.
never know who's watching.
Yes.
That you never know.
That's true. That's
Um,
true. You're right. You're absolutely right.
what was your biggest regret on your entrepreneurial, did I say that right, journey thus far, and what would you have done to avoid it?
Biggest regret? Biggest regret. Hmm. Not starting sooner, to be honest.
Oh,
But it wasn't time. It's certain
yeah,
things you can't change because it just wasn't time yet. Allah prompted me when that time came.
yes.
But I will say, I am extremely shy. And I said that before, I am extremely shy. I really am.
Every time I see you, we're just, it's like we're picking up. I just
I
never got
know.
you.
But
Because
I really am.
I'm shy too. I'm shy too, but you never know the shy ones. You just never, you
That's
know,
true.
you never know which ones are the shy ones, I guess. So,
That's true. That's true. I would say, but it's a natural thing, being shy. There's nothing you can do about just your makeup. But I'll say
yeah,
this, I am learning to open up more, because how do you run a business if you're not open? How do you run a
yeah,
business? And so you have to
yeah,
open yourself up to different things, different avenues, different things that will occur and come up, and
yeah,
you have to force your way through,
yes,
being
yeah,
shy, or those blocks that will continue
yeah,
to keep you, blocked. So
yeah.
I'm learning.
It's
I'm
okay.
learning.
You're doing good. You're doing wonderfully well. You're doing good. This is how you do it. You just start
Praise be to
talking,
Allah.
pick up a conversation, and then the blocks start slowly falling away. See how easy this was?
This is true. Yes. Yes, ma'am. This is true.
So
Beautiful.
what prompted the because I know you're going into t-shirt findings. What
Yeah.
prompted you to expand the expansion?
Well, in any business, expansion is important. It's not that I am pulling away from making jewelry, because I absolutely love that. It is very comforting. It's very, um, it's achieving for me. It's an achievement. Especially when I see other people in what I have made even over the years, and I have totally forgot about it. And they'll say, "You don't remember making this?" I'm like, "What? I forgot about that." And it's great that they still have the piece,
Yes.
that they still wearing it. And I'll say this as well. It's funny. I have a sister, one of our sisters, who I
Mm-hmm.
made a necklace set for. Um, well, her children, two of her daughters, bought this particular necklace set for her birth anniversary or their anniversary or something. And so just the other day, I called her and I said, "Hey, do you still have that necklace set that the girls bought you?" And she says, "What necklace set?" And I explained it to her. She said, "Yes, I'm coming to get it." I went and picked it up from her and
Mm-hmm.
revived it. So I
Oh,
I
wow.
shined it back up. I changed some pieces, tightened up the bracelet. She had
Wow.
lost it in an earring. I redid an earring so she can have an entire set again.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's
Oh,
it's actually on the other side of the door. I don't want to get up from here to show you, but it's so pretty. It's so
send,
pretty.
send me a picture. Send me a
Okay,
picture of it when you can.
I sure will.
Wow. I never thought of someone when you make jewelry, you think, okay, they make it and they keep it and it'll probably fall apart or something like that. But you are talking about jewelry that is still together,
Yes.
which means it's well made.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you go back and you're up to I don't want to presume, up to revitalizing it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and you don't hear about that a lot. I
Hmm.
don't hear about it at all from
Yeah.
jewelry makers, other than what sJewelry,
Right. Right. Right.
places like that.
Hmm.
So to hear that you stand behind your work is
Absolutely.
good work, and
Absolutely. I don't.
it's you haven't gone out of business, so that nobody can find you. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Exactly.
it's comforting to know that you it sounds like you take your pieces personally,
I do.
and that's love. You put love into your pieces,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
yeah, that makes my heart feel good.
Oh,
It warms my heart to hear that.
yes.
It
And I
warms my heart.
also repair jewelry.
Repair.
Like if it's something that I didn't make.
Okay.
I have some things that I've repaired as well. I had this one lady
Mhm.
a few years ago. I met her at my job. She's a patient.
Okay.
And I always talk about what I do. I always talk about my jewelry. Always. I don't care. I talk about my jewelry because that's what I love to do. I love jewelry. So
Yes.
what happened was the the she started to tell me about all these pieces that she's had over the years that she purchased. Some things may have broke. Some things was,
Yeah.
just kind of tarnishing or whatever. So I said, bring it. Let me have all of it. So she brought like 10 to 12 pieces. And I
Wow.
took those pieces and I looked at it. I said, oh, okay, this needs that. This needs that. Okay, this needs to be, just put back together. Some things were very simple that she didn't know how
Yeah.
to do. I mean, everybody don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
And so I did all of that stuff and I revived all each and every piece. She was flabbergasted. She was like,
Wow.
what? It looks new. It looks as if it never. I said, well, thank you.
Yes.
I think it's important, um, as far as the pieces that we either purchase or someone pass it down or whatever the case may be. No,
Mm-hmm.
we don't worship things or idol those things,
Yeah.
but when things are beautiful, we
Yes.
want to cherish that stuff,
Yeah. It's a
and keep it
memory.
as long as possible. Yeah.
Yes. It's a memory.
Yes.
Okay. So we are. So, Sister Michelle, I want you to bring out that jewelry that you were telling us about, because I want our viewers to see this jewelry that you had brought back to life.
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, I
This is
love it. Beautiful.
so
Yeah,
this is the
she might not get
necklace.
that.
She's had this piece for maybe 5 years, the
Okay.
sister. And
Okay.
so, along with the bracelet,
Wow, that is so pretty.
thank you.
That's
So that's
that's
just
beautiful.
a piece that I'm like, let me have that. Let's bring it back to life so you can
And
wear it as much as you want.
I can buy that off of you then. She doesn't want it back.
Right.
I want that is so pretty. It's
Thank you,
beautiful.
ma'am. Thank you.
Beautiful. Um, so I want you to go into anything new that we can expect from you, what you got on the horizon that you can tell us.
Okay, yes, ma'am. So, again, having just continuing building the new creativity or the new creations for jewelry, constantly doing that. But then we also started a shirt line.
Yes.
It is something that I just came up with, just in terms of us being, again, Black business owners, Black entrepreneurs, and we're all striving to keep our business going, our self-esteem going, and things like that. So the shirt that I'm actually wearing, let's see, maybe I can pull this back a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Let's just pull that back a little bit. All right, so organically Black, organically original, organically me. Okay. So again, it's okay. Like I said, it's okay to be um, organically Black in this time. It's okay to be organically original, and it's okay to be organically me. And so I am pushing that thing as far as possible, so we could strive to climb the wall,
Yes.
climb that ladder and do all that we can to be productive, and all that we can
Totally.
to support one another. So yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes. And where can our viewers find you? Your
Yes,
Instagram,
ma'am.
Facebook, email?
Yes, 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 yes. So I Jayanas on Instagram, at Jayanas. That's JAHYANAS on Instagram. And then on Facebook, my Facebook page is Jayanas Jewelry. And on Yahoo, I have jayanas@yahoo.com. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Yes, yes. Now, how I do have another question though.
Yes.
How long does it typically take you to make like that set that you made? How long
Hmm.
does it take you to make something like that? I think I asked that earlier, but it just popped in my head.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, sometimes it just depends on how the creativity can pop up into my mind. A lot of times I make pieces.
Okay.
I don't usually make pieces like if somebody says, "Oh, can you do X, Y, and Z?" Sometimes I'll do that, but a lot of times I'll just make it and then just go from there. Like this piece here, it was just a piece that came across my mind, and I decided to, do something a little
It's a
different
beautiful
with
piece.
these spacers hanging down versus having
Yes.
another row. I just wanted to do it a little different. So that just came to mind. But let's just say it takes a couple days just to make sure that I have
Okay.
everything, all my pieces and everything. If I have everything here, it only takes a day or two
Okay.
to get everything
Okay.
done, packaged
Okay.
properly, and sent out.
Okay. Now, do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
do anything for men?
I do. I do
Okay.
men's jewelry as well. All of it pretty much sold. And so
That's a good thing.
I definitely do. I have pictures and all that stuff, but yeah, everything pretty much is sold with the men's jewelry. Yes, ma'am.
So send them to your Instagram page
They
and your
can go to my
Facebook page.
Instagram page. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And
And
Facebook.
to order and to order anything, they can just send you a message through Facebook or message you through Instagram. And
Absolutely.
then, yeah, that's how. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Or they can send
wonderful.
an email as well. So thank you very much. Yes.
Yes, 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 ma'am. So I want to thank you for taking your time out to talk with me.
Thank
I hope
you.
I wasn't too boring for you.
This was
I
great,
hope
ma'am.
everything went well. Yes, yes. And I
Yes.
want to thank you, like I said, take the time out of the day for talking with me and
Yes.
our investors, because that's what we call them, our investors. Our
Yes,
viewers are
ma'am.
investors because they're investing their time, their mentally and emotionally energy into taking the time out to watch this. And we appreciate you all watching this.
Thank
If
you.
you like what you've seen, if you like the jewelry that you've seen, contact Jayana's Jewelry,
That's right.
Instagram, Jayana's Jewelry on Facebook, and
Mm-hmm.
Jayana at
Yeah.
yahoo.com.
Yep.
She's a very nice sister, sweet. She will get you what you need.
That's right. That's right.
um, and I hope that anything that we have discussed will bring value or even just inspiration into your lives. And if you like what you've seen, click the like button and
That's
subscribe
right. Can I
and click the
show
like
one more
button.
piece
Oh, yes,
before we
yes,
leave?
ma'am. Yes. Oh, girl.
These are Swarovski crystals.
Wow, those are pretty.
Um, Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am. Thank you.
yes, yes. Did you make them for a particular customer?
I didn't. I just sometimes
Oh,
get in the groove and get going. So,
okay,
mm-mm.
okay. Those are
No, ma'am.
pretty. I
Thank
gotta look
you.
on your Instagram page. You're gonna make
Yes,
me
ma'am.
go broke now. Darius.
Right. Right. Too funny.
Please like, comment.
How much is that pair?
I'm not done. Can I?
How much is that pair?
How much is that pair?
That's 20.
It's sold.
Yay, thank you. There you go, sis.
You're not fired. You're not
Right.
fired, dear. I'll just make sure you get some unemployment or something.
Right. Hilarious. Praise be to Allah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
He like just this little knucklehead. He just so
Beautiful.
after my husband's comedic appearance, if you've liked what you've seen, click the like button and share and subscribe. And also click the like button and share and subscribe to Sister Michelle Jayanna's Jewelry.
Yes, ma'am.
Send her a DM so you can order you some jewelry and some
That's
t-shirts.
right. That's
And
right.
keep on the lookout for stuff that's going to come on the horizon for her, because the sister is no joke.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
we will see you next week.
Thank you, sis.